Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Rolo, and welcome back to Foundation. Since we last left off, we were basically starting to build the basic infrastructure for our little village to take shape. We've built our church, some of our sawmills, needed food gathering places for our gathering huts for the berries, and then also some fisher huts that we require, since having at least two sources of food for your serfs is a requirement. And we've also added some zoning here for them to start building some houses. And yeah, we've also set up a trade route. So the initial trade route was set up for, I think it was between Northbury. So we are currently buying tools from them, and we are selling berries. But we don't have enough berries at the moment to really make that big of a difference. Currently we need to upgrade our trade route, but that will happen quite soon. And yeah, starting to take quite nice shape, and it seems like we are getting 3 new people to join our little civilization. I just want to add the borders again, the territory boundaries. There we go. Yeah, so there's 4 new people that we can assign to do some jobs for us. So I think one of them we can assign another fisherman, and I do believe another woodcutter. So we still have 2 left that we can use. I don't want to assign them to the granaries just yet, as we are not using that too much. I also want to allow them to start building the manor house again, because I think that was one of the bits that I paused so that we can get enough resources for the other buildings to complete. But I do believe that we're going to have some trouble to really get it to build quickly. I see I'm out of planks already, but I think planks is the only thing that we really need at the moment. So I think for that case, I'm going to build a secondary sawmill. Yeah, it's just a bit of a problem here that this little area does become undesirable. So I think I might just axe this little area. Yeah, I don't really want to allow them to live too close to undesirable areas, because that's not going to be very beneficial to us. So I think I might let them live here on the left hand side once we spread out a bit. It's very important that they actually live in areas that they like. So I think what we can do as a start is to see if we have any decorative buildings. I think we need to unlock them. So decorative, there we go. Now we have some decorative buildings that we can build. It's very small, I think. The more you build of it, the more it will spread out. So I think as a start we can build, I don't even have the money to build a chair. Yeah, so we'll have to wait for the manor house to really take shape for us to do that. And from a territory perspective, oh, we actually have a free territory. That's awesome. So let's see. I preferably want to buy one that will give me additional food. I don't know if you can maybe have some hunting area on this, because this looks like a nice little hunting ground over here, but we can look at that as a secondary option. But I don't believe there's an adjacent territory that can really give me that much. I don't want to buy one of these that's on this little ridge at the top. So yeah, I think I'm going to buy the one right across. There is some upkeep related to having more territory, but that's fine. I don't think we need to worry about that too much. And I want to see, I think I need to unlock a bridge as well. Can't actually remember if I need to unlock a basic bridge. It's probably something that I need to find out soon. Let's see. So yeah, we just have our decorative options. Yeah, I do believe a bridge is something that we'll have to buy to get later on, but that's fine. I think what I can do is I'll make a little coastal zoning area for residences to live in. So I'll just define this little area for them as well. We can probably set up some hunting area as well. I think we can probably set that as our hunting zone. I don't know if I can unlock it yet. So the common path, okay, I need some income for that to really take effect. But yeah, we have additional zoning for them to go, and let's just remove these homes. Again, they should soon then start to build their homes there. So I think from a basic resource perspective, we should be okay. I just think I need to add 2 additional markets. Do I really only have 1 market tender? That's not great. I want to add 2 additional markets. The main reason for this is that two food markets isn't always really enough to actually get everything flowing, because they are not always stocked. So it's beneficial to really try and have more than one in a specific area, especially if it's going to be a busy centralized hub for your little civilization. I don't want to get these notifications for all these things. I do know about them. I think one thing that I can add here so long is a water well, and we can later add a market there as well and a church too, just so that they do not have to go too far for that. So far everything seems to go well. I think I'm just gonna skip until we finish off the manor house, because we do need the manor house to select mandates and to allow for taxing within the civilization. So yeah, I'll skip ahead to that and then we'll continue from there. All right, so our manor house has been built, and I think we've accessed a new tier of stuff that we can build. I think, it's not completely built actually. I think it's still building one of the parts, but some of it is currently functional, which is really cool. Not all of the parts need to be completed for some of the other parts to be functional, which I really, really like. And we now have the option to select a mandate. And these mandates are really, really cool. So if you go to the mandate, we can see that we can discuss a levy, or we can promote villagers to a higher status, which we don't really want to do just yet. We don't have all of the needed facilities to cater for them, because they're obviously, the higher status they are, the more requirements or needs they have. So I think one of them might be to discuss a levy, but it might make them very, not say hostile, but they won't necessarily like that too much. So when we do really have an issue with money, we will start to discuss that. But for now we are quite sorted. I did, however, build an additional lumber camp, and I built 2 sawmills here, just so that we can make use of that, because at the moment we don't really have the proper facilities to get the needed resources. And I've also assigned an additional person to start building the market. So, or not build, but use the market, which will also sell fish, because I think we have quite a decent amount of fish that we're producing. They've also started to move in here. I think there's 1 or 2 homes being built, and I think our well just requires some wood, but I'll prioritize the well so that we can get that done. Oh yeah, and the mandate is also here, so we don't necessarily have to go to the manor house to do so. But yeah, I think the manor house is now fully complete, and it does have some labor splendor, which is, like I mentioned earlier on the previous episode, the splendor is what goes towards your labor. So you can see the splendor is earned from the most impressive buildings and labor estate, and it helps to improve this part of your kingdom, basically. So yeah, we have some clergy stuff that we can look at, but I think the first will be some of the common things that we need. So here we get the bailiff. The bailiff is one of the more important things that we need, and he's going to go and get see if there's more rare resources that we can get at the these rocks. I think I showed some of them in the previous episode over here. So the bailiff will go to these areas and go and find those different resources for us. And it seems like we have 2 things here. Advice: earning influence. An isolated community of fishermen are looking for a kind-hearted builder. They need help in constructing a bridge which could connect their village and the rest of the realm. They have not much to offer, but they promise to share good words about your generosity and your laborers. So, yeah, I think it's, I don't know what exactly they need. I help them without really doing anything, right? A message from the kingdom. The kingdom recognizes your efforts in establishing the settlement. Oh, they just give me money. I wouldn't say no about that. That's really cool. Seems like they just gave me free stuff. That's awesome. But it's missions like that you'll get throughout and that you'll need to tend to, which I think it's really cool, and it will give you some bonuses and some interesting and cool things. I just want to see. This is a hedge. I don't need a hedge. There's a tavern. There's a bailiff. I think the first thing that I really need is a bailiff. So I'll get a bailiff. And what's this? This is an edict. Decrease the cost of every mandate by 50%. Yeah, I don't want an edict just yet. We have a goods market, but we need to look at getting some clothing and some polished stone. Oh yeah, and the third source of food, but I think I used all of my money at the moment. So yeah, we've now unlocked the stonemason's hut. We've unlocked the hunter's hut and the butchery. We've also unlocked the sheep farm, weaver's hut, and tailor's workshop. And yeah, that seems to be most of it. Cool. Yeah, so those are just some of the basic things that we've unlocked. But I still need to build a bridge. I can't really can't remember where I can build a bridge. I need to find it. Yeah, so you'll see years where we can revise an edict, revise a labor privilege, gain some influences in the different estates. So yeah, some few cool things. So what we can do is that we can go to our manor. We can go to our manor house and we can extend it. So we have our sub building, so we can add a sub building, and we have a bailiff office. So for a bailiff office, I just think we need a wooden hall for them. So I think it looks like a separate building. So yeah, let's build our bailiff office here. Don't know why, from what I can remember, it should be extendable, but it's fine. So we'll just build our bailiff office here, and we can then start that construction. I'm sure it's a sub building. It should be able to connect to that, but I assume it's because I'm not extending the existing building. But from what I can remember, that's how it used to work. But that's fine. So let's see. There's some promoting some villagers. I don't need this anymore. Village prosperity I don't need. This is some mandates I don't need. Generating wealth. So yeah, most of the wealth will be, let's see, labor, various taxation options. Yeah, I need to, this is a tax office. That's the one thing that I need to get to. But I don't have enough prosperity, but that's the one thing that we are focusing on. Wood for the king. So 150 wood. And some influence and money. I will try for that, but I don't really have a lot of wood at my disposal at the moment. So we'll see. Let me just extend the extraction zone for the wood, and also the reforestation zone. Because at the moment everything I have is using wood, trying our best to get more. So I think we have 4 people who are unemployed. So from a stone perspective, we're still fine. I think we only assigned 2 stone cutters for this, so we're fine. So I think from a actual work perspective, I'll assign 2 carpenters. I think what do they actually need? They just need wood. That's the main thing. And then let's assign 2 builders, because think the builders are quite lacking as well, because they obviously need to go and build everything. And since we are starting our little civilization now, we need to ensure that we have that. And I built one of the beautification things. So for beautification, it's really cool to you'll see it extends the actual area of the affected homes, and it's really good for them to include more commoners. So you just place it randomly, but if you really want to go into detail, we'll do that. So really expand on the beautification, and that will allow these buildings to have them to upgrade to better housing. But we do not have any commoners yet. I think we also have the hunting zone available to us now. So I think for this, I'm going to declare this as a hunting zone, as that is one of the areas that we want to get some food from. It's pushing away the other zones, which is not what I intended, but it's okay. And we should be able to now build some hunters' huts in here. I think 2 of them should be fine. I don't want to build too many, so build 2 hunters' huts and then a butchery for them. Right in the middle, but we'll have to just get a little bit more money before we can do that. So at the moment, yeah, it's just some gathering most of the resources that we need. And let me just see, I really... There's the wooden bridge. It's right before my eyes, but that looks like a wheel. Sorry about that. So when I get the wooden bridge, we can then extend over to this little area here, which I'm not really too sure what I want to build here yet. Maybe I can think about making it like an industrial zone. I think that would be cool. So meaning that we'll build most of our mining facilities and focus on wood production, having sawmills there. And we can move these things over to there, so we can focus on making this a residential area. And I think the one problem with just focusing on this area as residential, I think it might be a little bit problematic in terms of distance to the actual workplace, but we'll see. So I think for now we are in a good spot. Some of the buildings are being built. We're just waiting to get some influx of money, but we'll get that as soon as the trader arrives. And I'll get back to you as soon as we have our bailiff office, so that we can start looking at what the bailiff can give us. Alright, so I think the most of our bailiff office has been completed. I think it's just this one section that is extending it. So we now have the option to assign a bailiff. So I think we need to promote a villager first before we can assign a bailiff. Alright, so let's get some money so that we can assign a bailiff. We do have a positive income, so we have our bailiff office built. Would not deliver. Yeah, it's fine. I don't really have the capabilities to do that. I'm really sorry. Yeah, so hopefully this trade will give us enough money to... I think we need 20 to promote a villager, so hopefully this guy can give us some money from our surplus in berries. So it does seem like he's going to berries first. Let's see if we can buy some, and then we'll get to up promoting one of the villagers. Right, so let's pause it before we lose our possibility to do so. So we can now promote a villager. So let's see, let's promote the guy who's unemployed. I mean, we can just get these guys into our settlement. So let's see, trade price bonus of 15% from village with clergy, kingdom and labor allegiances. So we can nominate him as a bailiff. And we can now select mandates. They do, however, cost some money, which is probably not ideal, but it will allow us to really get a few things done and allow us to go and get more expensive resources. I see I just missed the ability to get the wooden bridge, but that's okay. So let's see for mandates. Some of them are quite expensive, especially these ones. Like I said, they will prospect for mineral deposits, which they will get here. And I think you need to be close to them to be able to actually get those minerals accordingly. So we are making good progress. Our homes are being built. We've assigned most of our people to actually work. I think the only thing that is not fully assigned, we can actually look here, is a market tender. So we can assign another market tender. Definitely another builder. We don't really need the mining capabilities, but I think we might as well just assign them because we are going to make use of it quite soon. And I think the third one, we can probably sell some meat. So we are building our butchery, and we are building our 2 little hunters huts. So as soon as they are completed, then we will really get some good progress on growing, and we should soon as well be able to really make some improvements in our cash flow. So I'm also selling planks above 100. So at the moment, I'm not actually too sure how much I can store here. I don't think it's that much. So I might need to... for now, I'm just going to remove wood there, just so that we have enough place for... But I think you can have more than 100 planks as far as I know. Oh, our house is actually upgrading. So this is the cool part. The homes do start to upgrade. So let's prioritize this home, and we will soon see that it will start upgrading, start improving, and it's really, really cool to see. I really, really like the concept. I just think I need to build a secondary forester. Let's build it over here. Also need some money for that. So with the upgrading, I think they can get more taxes from them, and that's quite decent to get. I think the tax increase that you get from your commoners is quite nice, but we also need to provide them with some clothes and all that, which we don't currently have. So mandates, yeah, we don't have the resources really to make too much use of that. So hopefully with our planks that should be above 100 now, we should be able to get quite a decent income. I think we need to just dial it a little bit down. No, I didn't really think we need to dial it down for actual people living in the settlement. They're always needed. So let's see where we can assign them. So they're all going to become stone cutters. So that's fine with me. I think I need to wait for these butcheries or hunters' huts to finish so we can assign them there as well. Okay, so the actual butcheries built, I do think they need... Oh, they actually just use serfs. That's awesome. So I thought they might need commoners for that to work as well. But that's cool. So I'm just going to give it a little second, just so that we can get some planks. And then we can see what we can do from there. Alrighty, so the trader actually came and bought some of our planks, which is really cool. It gave us quite a decent income. So I think we should now be able to unlock the bridge. There we go. I think the actual commoner house also upgraded. It has an occupancy of 1 out of 6. So I do believe we can... Yeah, I think we can upgrade or include 1 in the promotion. And I also noticed that we have these quests here on the left. I missed that for a second. So there are a few quests that we can actually look at. You don't have to do them, but I think these are some of the basic ones that should be really cool. And we have this one that says enacting the levy mandate. So we need to complete the mandate to discuss the levy with the villagers. They're not going to like that. And then we need to have a monthly profit from the mandates of 50 coins. So let's discuss the levy. It has to be done. So yeah, it will be reduced, but yeah, it's something that we have to do. So I think it's available for 7 days. So there we go. So we only get it. Oh, so we get it, the mandate money, and yeah, and then the happiness declined by 30%. So that's not always ideal, but we've completed that task, and there's a few things that we want to build. So definitely an additional forester, because we will really need that. And then we have the bridge. We can finally build ourselves a nice little bridge. I think we can let it start over there, and we can extend it all the way to here. Let's just see if it's reaching where we want. Indeed it is. And we can build it. There we go. It's going to use a lot of planks, but that's fine. We don't really have to stress too much about that. We have quite a decent amount of planks, and we are producing quite a few of that. So I think from a trader's perspective, we should get some additional money there as well. Our coin tendency is positive. We are slowly but surely starting to get more residences to have their homes. I think some of them actually do complain that they do not have housing, but it's because everything is being built and we don't have the needed wood to actually do so, which is unfortunate, but we will get there. I think one part that I might be missing is actually having a market. So we need to build a market over here. I think this is quite nice. It's a nice centralized location. So let's build a few market buildings. You don't have to occupy all of them just yet, but I'm just adding them for future. There we go. And we can build them there. And we have 2 newcomers. Nice. Just what we need. I think our bridge, yeah, it's actually being built quite quickly. So each section costs 5 planks, so that's not bad at all. But I wanted to prioritize the forester camp, because I do believe there's no real trees that we can cut down, because I think they need to be of a certain maturity before we can actually cut them down. But we'll start assigning some hunters and witches. So then we can have a third source of food, which is really good, because I know different sources of food have different priorities, different value to them. And I do believe that there's a storm that comes every now and then as well, which really hampers the amount of value that you can get, especially from berries. But then I think it increases your production of fish, as far as I know. So I think having a decent amount of fisheries is also really important. So I think I can actually build 1 or 2 down here as well. Let's also build 3 here, so it's not too bad. But again, it does influence the actual desirability of an area, but it's fine. We will move some of the stuff around as we go along. I don't actually know if I can build a bridge from a lower area to a higher one. I don't think so. I think it's going to bug up, but these guys can walk up very very steep walls and stuff, so I don't think I have to worry about that too much. So our bridge is finished, which is fantastic. So actually what I think I need to do here is, I think I'm going to make this, like I said, the industry area. So I think the very first part will be having a woodcutters area, like quite a large one. Like really decent area for us to actually get our wood and process it accordingly. So I think in the center we can look at, like right over here, very small, not too large. I think we can have like 3 woodcutters huts, and then from a processing perspective, here on the end we can have our sawmills. So they are not going to be in use just yet, But it's definitely a few things that we can consider, and then a few warehouses to go and store those resources. Like such. So from the warehouse perspective, I think we're gonna have mainly one for wood, mainly one for planks, and then we can after that have some of them for mixed, just so that we have an equal amount. I don't want to really add a builder's hut here just yet. And then we also need to have your foresters. I think 2 of them should be cool. So let's add them here at this road over here. There we go. So then we can also define this area as a reforestation zone. I think I missed an area for extraction. There we go. Let's put it there all the way up to the end. And then this area will also be deemed as a reforestable area. Oh, I can actually resize it. I've never really used the resizing functionality. That's cool. So you want to be really, really specific, I guess. Awesome. So, we now have enough area for our wood, the wood to be processed. This should be a nice little area. It does use a lot of space, unfortunately. But I think for what we want to do and what we want to achieve, this should be really, really cool. And yeah, we'll just allow them to build that, and it should be all hunky-dory. So yeah, I think that is going to be it for this episode. I really hope you enjoyed it. Wasn't the best and too interesting one, since we had a few stuff with our mandates and our bailiffs and stuff that we need to sort out, but I think we are really progressing now into the right direction, starting to expand a little bit and having some more useful areas that we can work with. And yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed that video, and if you do like this content, please consider liking and subscribing, and I will see you guys in the next one. Cheers.